Okay, so this video is carrying on from the previous one where I actually got my level 1 character here to this area. Let's just have a quick look at the map so you can see where we are. We are in Pandaria. We're in the Valley of the Four Winds, and you can see it in the Heartland. Now, this video is basically all about the pet battles and leveling your low-level pets, level 1 pets and so on. Right, you don't really need anything for leveling the pets, obviously, except to just battle other pets. But there are certain items you can carry with you that will make life a lot easier, and also it'll increase the XP that your pets will get when they win a battle. So the first thing is a safari hat. And a safari hat is it's a toy, so that'll be in Toy Journal if you've got one. You get it from an achievement called Taming the World, where you have to defeat 40 of the master pet tamers. I think that's any 40 in the whole of Azeroth. The safari hat, when you wear it, will give you 10% increased XP for your battle pet. You can also have lesser pet treats and pet treats. You get these with pet charms, and you can get them from again from a master pet trainer. Normally you'll find them in your garrison, or it's the ones in your major city in Orgrimmar or Stormwind, and this is where you basically learn the skills for pet battling in the first place. The lesser pet treat, that will give you an extra 25% XP for your pet, and the pet treat will give you an extra 50% XP. The important thing to remember is that the safari hat, the lesser pet treat and the pet treat, they are stackable, so you can use all three at the same time, and you will get the benefit of the buff from each of them at the same time. So effectively you can be getting an extra 85% XP per battle. The other thing that's very good to have is pet bandages, and the reason for this is, especially if you've got a low level character like I have here, if you use your revived pet and it's on cooldown, and the pets that you're using for battling have very low health and a good chance that they might die, it means you're going to have to traipse all the way back from here to Halfhill to the stable master and then back again. That's a lot of downtime, plus with a low level character you've got a chance of making some sort of mistake and getting killed. So having a lot of pet bandages, that's very handy. You can also buy the pet bandages again from the master pet tamers that we were talking about in Orgrimmar and Stormwind, or in your garrison if you've got one. And they're bound to account, so you can get them with a high level character and just mail them to your low level character or trade them. So the other reason this is a good area is because, as you can see, this is a level 1 character in a level 90 zone, but there are no mobs anywhere close at hand that are going to aggro me and kill me. So the first thing is we're safe. The second thing is the pets that we're going to be battling are level 23 to level 25, so effectively you're going to be getting maximum XP from each pet battle. And the third reason it's a good place to be here is these pets in particular, these marsh fiddlers. These are critters, and the thing about them is that 90%, 99% of the time their opening attack is either very, very weak, or it's a self-heal or some sort of self-buff, which basically isn't going to kill your level 1 pet on the first hit. It does happen sometimes, but it's very, very rare. So for battling, you're going to need a battle team. When you fight these marsh fiddlers, the only pets in their teams are going to be critters or aquatic. So in your team you're going to need one beast, you're going to need one flying, and then obviously the third place is going to be taken up by your leveling pet. So this is my leveling team. I use a spider because it's got a self-heal and it's a beast, and I use my Wildhammer Griffin because it's got a very strong attack. This peck is normally a 2-hit thing, and it will kill any aquatic it's up against. And then obviously your third space is going to be filled in by your leveling pet. So I'm going to change this leveling pet I've got here, this level 14, and I'll just put in any old level 1 so you can see how the fight goes. Oh, and of course the spells that I'm using, or the abilities that I'm using with my pets. For my spider, poison spit in the first slot, we're using the brittle webbing, and then we're using the leech life, which is the self heal. And for the wild hammer griffin, the most important two is peck and the lift off. The second ability isn't important. And the other thing is, always make sure that your leveling pet goes first, because you basically want it to survive that first attack, and then you basically take it out of the fight. Now, I'm not going to apply any pet foods, you know, lesser pet treats or pet treats onto these here, because I'm only going to do 1 or 2 fights just to show you basically how the fights go, and basically how much XP your actual low level character can pick up from doing this. I can't remember, but I think on a high level character of about 80 or 90, you can level up, you can do a whole level in less than an hour just fighting these battle pets. So your low level characters really do pick up a lot of XP. So I've got the pets I want to fight, so let's just pick one of these and start a fight if I can. There we go. Okay, so again, as you can see, their pets, there's 2 critters, they're all critters, so there's 3 critters. So I'll only really use the spider for the whole fight, apart from this first move. So we attack, it doesn't matter what attack it is. Right, and there's the example that it can die. This is no good, actually. The undead pet, it's going to die the next round anyway, so I'm just going to forfeit this fight, and we'll start it again. I'll pick the same one again, and we'll start the fight again. And that's normally what happens. They do a self buff or the self heal, and you're, even with only 2 health left, it managed to survive the first round. So I can now swap that out for the spider, and the spider is effectively now going to do the whole fight. So I always start off with the brittle webbing. That means that their pet's always going to take damage every time it hits you. Plus now, when I use the leech life to heal, I get double the healing. See, and that's the first pet dead. The next pet comes in. Brittle webbing. Obviously we can't do anything to it this time, so I'm not going to waste my healing. And I'll just use any one of the other 2, it doesn't really matter. Now we can use the healing. And this will kill it. Next pet comes in. And because I'm low on health, I'm going to take a heal now. Even though it's only half the healing, that's just to bump my health back up slightly. Then the brittle webbing. Good, that gives us a free heal without taking any damage. And now that wears off, and we just kill him. Now, you remember, our character was almost 1 level. As you can see, our character's just leveled up and basically made about 2 or 3 bars. And we've reached level 2, and our pet now is, where is it? Is level 5, and that's without any buffs. So you can see now how easy it is to level your pets up. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to switch to another character, and I'm going to do all of the daily pet battles. And again, you can see the XP, and I'll show you each individual fight and what pets you need to beat each of those masters, and the strategy for winning them.